My responsibility in Palau, I work with a lot of women um, to conserve the ocean, marine life in Palau. And we try to protect turtles from being taken and used for making jewelries. And so we came up with a resolution to our Congress to put a stop on harvesting Huxfield turtle, and so we can have more of these turtles, and the size they will grow in size. Also, we try to protect our dugongs, and so we are teaching the students, the children, to the importance of the dugong. And because we use a lot of these marine mammals, is a part of our tradition. And so instead of harvesting this dugong, we use them in our culture, but we use the just the shape of this. We cook a dessert, the shape of this dugong, and we use in our customs, but we don't go out to kill the dugongs, and because we want to conserve these creatures. Also the dolphins and the whales, and we learn about them when we were children, and we try to conserve them because of the other people from the people from other big countries who comes into our waters, and they feed them for their meals. And so that's what we do in Palau, to protect and conserve our marine life. Also for the shark, people have been coming to harvest the shark for the shark fin soup, and our president have declared Palau as the shark sanctuary, and we're very happy about that. So it's our wish that the big countries stop coming to fish in our waters, and they do a lot of that. And we are small island. We don't have big ship to go out to to the far areas to stop these ships, fishing vessels. Sometimes we do catch them, but most of the time we are not aware of them coming to fish. So that's our job in Palau. That's our wish for these people to stop fishing in our areas and to protect our marine life.
So what were you asking the captain to do?
So
How to protect? How are you?
So we are asking the captain to help, and for us to unite in decision and to stop fishing in the high seas, so these people will not fish. And I think it's our responsibility, all of us together, to help each other to stop this exploitation from our areas, and make them a spawning grounds for the tuna and the other creatures. So we want to other countries to declare these areas to be sanctuaries, and like Palau have declared that Palau is the shark sanctuaries.
Thank you. Are you continuing to travel around with this message, or?
They have asked me to come and deliver this message at this convention at the Captain, but my job is in Palau. I will continue to do that, and especially with the group of women that I work with. Every year we have this convention for women, and that's what we do. Conserve our marine life in Palau.
And this is primarily women doing this?
Well, I work with women, and the women, that's what we do. But the president of our country and the other people are doing the same thing. So we always together in our decision, and that's why Palau has been successful in those decisions for protecting our marine life. Our Palau is a matrilineal system, and so we have this. We have a tradition that our chiefs and the women leaders together we work to protect the whole Palau, the land and the seas, and that's part of tradition since I was born and since these past centuries. So our tradition is very strong in this kind of activities and this decision making.
So it's a matrilineal society.
It is matrilineal society. Women makes the decision on the chiefs who are going to be taking their titles and giving out the money and the land, and which involves all these rock islands and the ocean and the taro patch and the farming. It involves all this marine life and the land, and that is a big part of our tradition in Palau. So our decisions are based on our tradition responsibilities.
So the fact it's matrilineal, that's one reason it's still so beautiful, I think.
You are very right. Because our traditional culture is so strong, and we have grown in this kind of life. We continue to practice it, and then this new system, the executive branch and the legislative branch and the traditional leaders, we always work together in this kind of decision, and that's why it is very strong. We also train and teach our children. So it's also a part of school curriculum that the children have to learn to conserve, and also they learn all this traditional system in school, and that's why it's very successful whenever we have to make decision between these three different groups like executive, legislative, and the traditional leaders. We work together. That's why it's very powerful
Bring
system.
back women power, please.